Good morning, y'all. So I got my assistant here. We're going to try a little bit of filming today, aren't you? Show us what you do while Daddy's doing some work. So we've been slowly working on the garden area over here. We got the garden going, putting wood chips down. I did my rows and kind of figured out what's going where. I did kind of screw up. I did a very rookie mistake. First time gardener, seed starter. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start my bell peppers. And then I got excited and started some cucumbers and some of my tomatoes. So my thought was, okay, well, it gets warm close to the end of March. That's when I'll be able to put them out here. But then our last frost date isn't until like close to Easter. So we have had times where it frosts here in April. Now, it could go both ways. I'm going to choose to look at the bright side of this and say, well, my seeds have started. I've got sprouts. Super excited. So we're going to do that. Now we have to learn some more on what we're going to do to keep them alive until we put them in the actual garden. Because I am doing this a little late with the garden. I do have the black weed barrier down, so it's warming up the ground. I might be able to plant them and then get the gallon jugs, the clear gallon jugs, and put over them as little greenhouses. I'm just going to have to get a lot of them, so I'm not sure. But hey, we'll cross that bridge when they get bigger from seeds. I might just have to repot them and then put it on. It's learning. We're learning. What's funny is right after I planted them, like podcasts and TikToks and all those other things started coming out where it's like, don't start your seeds too soon. Well, but you're about a week too late. But so let's get this little dude. Let's get this little dude turned on. Come here. Let's turn it on. Right, you're recording. And we put the GoPro on the chicken. We're gonna see what happens. Well, we got, I want to say all the wood chips moved. It's definitely all I'm going to do today. But, so it looks like got 2 beds over there, 2 beds here, this long one right here. And then right here, there's actually cardboard down. This raised bed's going to be hugelkultur. But the cardboard right here, I want to do like a small little meadow in here. Do some native flowers and weeds, stuff like that. But so before I was moving the wood chips and stuff, I was talking about how I started my seeds, and like I kind of failed, right? so I don't look at it as a failure. Because honestly, what is success without failure, right? So yeah, I started them too soon. I got excited, but I also was overwhelmed. I felt overwhelmed. I wanted to get this bed ready. I wanted to make sure that underneath the tarps were gonna be good. And the same thing with this, I wanted it to be right. I wanted it to be perfect. But the truth is, we always head towards the negative in things. Well, why can't we look at like the positives? Like you're always like, what if it doesn't do well? What if nothing grows in the garden? I did it too late. It's not, the weeds gonna come up or whatever, anything like that. But what if it doesn't? What if it does great? What if the little feeling inside of me that made me want to start the seeds I started so soon, what if it works out? What if they do produce instead of what if they don't? What if you stunt them? What if in negative? Well, that's like what if positive. What if this garden takes off and I have more produce, like the stuff that I plant produces way more than I could imagine, possibly imagine, and I get to give it to other people. I get to bless someone with fresh fruit and fresh vegetables, right? What if positive? Try to look at it like that, where it's not a negative thing that I started my seeds. Well, guess what? I started my seeds. There's nothing I can do about it now. What's beautiful about it is also the fact that I have seeds sprouted. My very first time starting seeds, I have a good bit have sprouted. So I'm excited. I'm very happy. Am I allowed to fail? Yes. Do I do research and learn and watch YouTube and gather information? Absolutely. But there can also be a point where we get too much information and we're just overloaded and we feel overwhelmed. Well, I felt overwhelmed, so I got excited and I was like, well, I need to go ahead and plant these, right? I mean, my first frost date is this, or last frost date is this. But sometimes it gets warmer. I mean, like, I'm trying to figure things out. I still wrote it down when I started them, what the weather was like. I'm gonna write down when I plant them and what the weather is like. Because the truth is, again, what is failure? What is success without failure? I have to fail, and I won't. If you're coming across this as a new gardener now or later on, and I've progressed and done better, I want you to really take what I'm about to say and hold on to it. I want you to fail the same way I failed, because that's the only way we will learn. Yes, we can take the knowledge that we're gathering from other people and use it, but the truth is, our circumstances are all different. I'm taking the knowledge I know of using wood chips, putting this stuff down, but I also have to work around my work schedule. So I'm trying to get things in when I can get them in. I'm also working around a budget. So I hope you fail the same way I failed, because we're only going to learn and do better. And though this garden, I'm happy with it. It might not do anything for me this year, but next year, it's here. It's already started decomposing. It's already started killing the weeds underneath it. It's already started. It has started. That's the point I'm trying to make, is don't be afraid to fail. I was afraid to fail. That's why it took me so long to start, honestly. But my cabbages, we just looked up when to harvest a cabbage, right? It says when it's nice and firm. We just harvested our first cabbage, and it was like this big, right? From the camera, it looks like the size of my head. No, it's not gonna. It was little. It was firm. It might not have been right to do it, but the truth is, the ones that are in the ground, I'll show you. The truth is that the ones in the ground, this ground was not ready. The nutrients was not there, but I started it. I put cardboard down. I had topsoil that was crap topsoil. I had straw I put down. I did what I learned to do, but the soil was not ready. But now, even though there's so many positives in this, I started the seeds. So Mickey. I started the seeds when I planted the seeds and they grew and I kept them alive when. Now the ones in my buckets, again, I planted them when they're still alive, when I haven't fertilized them like I need to, so they're not getting as big as they should. I am starting to get better, getting it back on there, so they're still doing good. They're starting to head. They're still alive. I'm learning. I'm allowed to fail. You're allowed to fail. It's okay. It's okay to mess up. It's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to mess up. I didn't fail at my grain stock. I still got lettuce in here. And we went through snow and we're still going through frost. I got this beautiful lettuce in here. Look at that. That lettuce is still alive. That lettuce is coming back because I've already harvested. Still alive and harvested. Still alive and harvested. Even though I wasn't real sure what this plant was when I was talking about it, but my Brussels sprouts right here. Brussels sprouts are doing good. My point is, don't be afraid to fail. Look at this one. This is my wicking beds, my 2 wicking beds that I had made, and I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Put soil in there, mixed them, did worms. But look, this cabbage has absolutely no pest pressure whatsoever. Like, just beautiful leaves. Look how just gorgeous, nothing underneath them. Got a nice little head starting right there. Have my worm bin. This is my wicking bed. All my strawberries right here. And that was a marigold that I just let hang out. And it did well. I didn't even know. I didn't know if it was going to do good or not. I did it. So will I be better next year? Absolutely. Because I've messed up. I've made mistakes, but I've also done well. There's pieces and parts that I can take and learn from and mold together myself, because I am not the same person as someone else who is an expert. Name an expert that didn't fail. Everybody starts out a beginner, okay? Even I know experts to this day that still fail because they're trying something new. So I know this was kind of like a weird chat, but it's more, I want this to be in here for the future me, but also for future, because I know in my heart that I am going to do nothing but grow. And one day there's going to be someone that was like me, and they're going to be watching what I did or what I'm doing and go back to this video and realize, hey, he failed too. He's not perfect. I'm allowed to fail, and he's telling me right now I'm allowed to fail. So don't let anybody ever tell you different, that you're not allowed to fail, or that failure is a bad thing. I don't even really like the word failure. It's a growth opportunity, right? It's not a failure. It's a growing opportunity. Just take it, learn from it, and be better. That's really all that you can do. So, and I wish y'all could smell what the wife is cooking, because she's making wild rice soup.
The cheese.
Cheesy wild rice soup, and she almost forgot the cheese. But check this out. About to go to Chowtown. So what? I came inside to show you the sprouts. Had this rack. I don't even know where I got it from. Trays and stuff. Bootstrap Farmers cups. They partnered with Jill from Whispering Willow Farm. And then I got these lights off of Amazon. I should have got the 4-foot lights. So these aren't the best, but where's my sprouts? So these are the cucumbers. These are pickling cucumbers. Nothing really coming behind me. There's a couple of the flowers that are coming up back here, and then over here. These are all tomatoes. And yes, I was saying they're looking a little leggy, so I lowered the lights down. Again, I'm working with around work, so I was literally at work and those things went boop and popped up, and so I had to get home. When I got home, I lowered the lights down because I had them a little bit higher. But they're doing good, looking good. I'm keeping them moist, keeping them moist, and so, and my little, I got some basil right there. These grow lights are pretty cool. So, should have got longer grow lights. I will probably order some more because, as you can tell, I mean, it's not getting the ones further over. So, you're allowed to fail. We're gonna keep on keeping on, and if these don't last or these don't make it, I'll start some more and I'll start late. But hey, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. Catch you next one.